My friends, today I want to talk to you about a woman who spends time alone. A woman who is not afraid of solitude. A woman who walks with God in the quiet places. Some may look at her and think she is lonely, but oh, they do not understand the kind of strength that is being forged in her spirit. You see, we live in a world that constantly pulls us in different directions. Society tells us that we must always be connected, always seeking approval, always surrounded by people. But let me tell you, there is something powerful, something dangerous about a woman who knows how to be alone. Because when she is alone, she is not wasting time. She is investing in herself. She is learning, she is growing, she is praying. A woman who spends time alone is a woman who knows herself. She has discovered who she is in the eyes of God, and that makes her unshakable. She is not swayed by the opinions of others because she knows the only voice that truly matters is the voice of the Lord. She does not need to be validated by the world. And let me tell you, my friends, that kind of woman is dangerous, not because she seeks to harm, but because she cannot be stopped. She is a woman of faith, a woman of wisdom, a woman of power. When she walks into a room, she does not demand attention, yet her presence is felt. When she speaks, her words carry weight because they are filled with truth. You see, when a woman spends time alone, she learns to master her emotions. She is not easily offended, not easily broken, not easily led astray. She has faced her fears in the silence. She has fought her battles in prayer, and she has emerged stronger. She is a warrior, not with weapons of the world, but with the armor of God. And what happens when a woman like this steps into the world? She becomes a force for change. She is a leader, a mentor, a light in the darkness. She builds, she uplifts, she inspires. She does not compete with others because she is too focused on fulfilling her God-given purpose. My friends, if you have ever met a woman like this, you know what I am talking about. And if you are a woman listening to my voice today, I urge you, do not fear solitude. Embrace it. Use it. Let it refine you. Because the world does not need more people who simply follow the crowd. The world needs more women who stand strong, who walk with purpose, and who carry the fire of God wherever they go. A woman who spends time alone is not lonely. She is strengthening her spirit. There is a great misunderstanding in the world today about solitude. Many people see a woman sitting alone, walking alone, or living in quiet moments of reflection, and they assume she is missing something, that she is longing for companionship or seeking something outside of herself. But the truth is, a woman who embraces solitude is one of the strongest and most powerful individuals you will ever meet. You see, in the silence, she builds herself. When the noise of the world fades away, she hears the voice of her own soul. And more importantly, she hears the voice of God. It is in these moments of stillness that she learns who she truly is. Not who the world tells her to be, not who society expects her to be, but who she was created to be. She begins to understand that her value does not come from relationships, social status, or the validation of others, but from within. A woman who spends time alone is a woman who takes control of her mind. The world is full of distractions, constantly pulling people away from their true selves, but she refuses to be a victim of this. She does not allow her thoughts to be shaped by the latest trends or fleeting opinions. Instead, she sits in the quiet and listens. She processes her emotions, she confronts her fears, and she finds peace in the solitude. While others may run from their own thoughts, seeking comfort in constant activity and social validation, she bravely faces herself, and in doing so, she grows stronger. Strength is not always about physical power or dominance. True strength is the ability to remain unshaken in the face of adversity. It is the ability to stand firm when everything around you is crumbling. A woman who spends time alone develops this kind of strength. She does not need to rely on others to lift her up because she has already learned how to lift herself. She does not crumble under pressure because she has already faced the weight of her own mind and conquered it. There is something deeply spiritual about solitude. Throughout history, the greatest leaders, thinkers, and spiritual warriors have all understood the power of being alone. Jesus himself often withdrew to lonely places to pray. He knew that solitude was necessary to renew strength, to gain clarity, and to stay connected to the divine purpose. In the same way, a woman who spends time alone understands that her solitude is not emptiness, it is preparation. She is not wasting time, she is sharpening herself. She is filling her heart with wisdom, feeding her soul with truth, and aligning herself with a greater purpose. And when the time comes for her to step into the world, she steps in with confidence. She does not need to seek attention or prove her worth because she already knows it. She walks with a quiet assurance, a deep inner peace that cannot be shaken by circumstances or the opinions of others. People may wonder what makes her different, what gives her such a presence. But the answer is simple. She has spent time strengthening her spirit. She has cultivated a relationship with herself and with God. And that foundation makes her unmovable. In a world that often pressures people, especially women, to be constantly available, constantly seeking validation, constantly proving themselves, she dares to be different. She does not fear being alone because she knows that solitude is not loneliness, it is power. It is in her alone time that she finds her greatest strength, her greatest wisdom, and her greatest sense of purpose. So when people see her sitting quietly, walking alone, or spending time in deep reflection, they may not understand. They may assume she is missing something, but they could not be more wrong. She is not missing anything. She is gaining everything. Because a woman who knows how to be alone is a woman who is unbreakable. Time alone allows a woman to discover her true purpose and identity in God. In a world that constantly tells people who they should be, how they should act, and what they should want, there is something profoundly powerful about a woman who steps away from the noise and takes time to find out who she truly is. Society bombards women with expectations about beauty, success, relationships, and even faith. But a woman who spends time alone learns to strip away those expectations and ask the deeper questions. Who am I? What was I created for? What is my purpose beyond what the world tells me? When a woman takes the time to be alone, she begins a journey of self-discovery that many people never embark on. She is not afraid to confront her doubts, her fears, and even her weaknesses because she understands that true strength comes from knowing oneself fully. She is not content with a life that simply follows the path laid out by others. She wants to know her unique calling, her divine assignment. She understands that she was not created to be a copy of someone else, but to be the best version of who she was meant to be. It is in solitude that she learns to differentiate between what the world wants from her and what God wants for her. The voices of others begin to fade, and in their place, she hears the still, small voice of God speaking directly to her heart. She begins to realize that her worth is not determined by her accomplishments, her appearance, or the opinions of others, but by the fact that she was fearfully and wonderfully made. She starts to see herself through God's eyes, precious, strong, and purposeful. This kind of discovery does not happen in a crowd. It does not happen when she is constantly seeking validation from others. It happens when she steps away from distractions and spends time reflecting, praying, and seeking wisdom. In those quiet moments, she uncovers gifts and talents she never knew she had. She begins to see patterns in her life that point to a greater purpose. She starts to understand that even her struggles, her pain, and her setbacks have been shaping her for something greater. Purpose is not something that is handed to a person. It is something that is uncovered, and a woman who is willing to be alone, to sit in the quiet and seek understanding, will find the answers that so many others are too busy to hear. She will start to recognize that she was not created to simply exist, but to make an impact. She will see that every experience, good or bad, has been preparing her for something meaningful. When she discovers her purpose, she is no longer easily influenced by the opinions of others. She no longer seeks approval because she knows she is already approved by the one who created her. She does not chase after things that do not align with her calling because she understands that her time and energy are valuable. She moves with intention, with clarity, and with confidence because she knows exactly why she is here. A woman who knows her purpose is a powerful force. She does not waste time comparing herself to others because she understands that her journey is unique. She does not settle for a life that is less than what she was meant for because she has seen a greater vision for herself. She does not allow fear to hold her back because she trusts that if God has given her a purpose, He will also give her the strength to fulfill it. This kind of woman is rare because most people never take the time to truly know themselves. They are too busy chasing after the next goal, the next relationship, the next distraction. But the woman who spends time alone embraces the journey of self-discovery. She understands that before she can fully step into her purpose, she must first understand who she is. And once she does, nothing can stop her. She becomes a woman of prayer, discipline, and unwavering faith. A woman who spends time alone does not waste those moments. She uses them to build a foundation so strong that nothing can shake her. In a world that constantly shifts, where opinions change overnight and circumstances can turn in an instant, she understands that the only way to remain steady is to be rooted in something greater than herself. She chooses to anchor her life in faith, and in doing so, she becomes unstoppable. Prayer becomes her lifeline. She does not see it as a last resort, but as her first response to everything in life. When challenges arise, she does not panic, she prays. When doors seem closed, she does not give up. She seeks divine guidance. When others seek comfort in temporary distractions, she seeks refuge in the presence of God. And because she has spent time alone in deep communion with Him, she does not waver when storms come. She has already built a relationship that is unshakable. Discipline shapes her character. While others may be controlled by their emotions, their circumstances, or the expectations of society, she has trained herself to stay focused. She does not let fleeting desires dictate her actions. She has learned the power of self-control, the importance of consistency, and the value of perseverance. She wakes up with purpose, moves through her day with intention, and refuses to be swayed by distractions. She understands that success, whether in faith, career, or personal growth, does not come from wishful thinking, but from disciplined action. Her faith is unshakable because it has been tested in solitude. Many people claim to have faith when things are going well, but the woman who has spent time alone with God knows what it means to trust Him in the silence. She has wrestled with doubt and come out stronger. She has faced uncertainty and found peace. She has walked through seasons where she had nothing but faith to hold on to, and because of that, she knows that faith is not just an idea, it is a way of life. This kind of faith gives her confidence. She does not fear the future because she knows who holds it. She does not crumble under pressure because she has already learned how to stand firm. She is not easily swayed by negativity, fear, or the opinions of others because she has built her foundation on something eternal. People may look at her and wonder how she stays so strong, how she keeps moving forward even when everything seems uncertain. The answer is simple. She has spent time in prayer, developed the discipline to stay the course, and cultivated a faith that cannot be broken. She is not moved by temporary setbacks because she understands that everything has a purpose. Where others see failure, she sees lessons. Where others see delays, she sees preparation. Where others see obstacles, she sees opportunities for growth. This mindset is not something she was born with. It is something she developed in her moments of solitude. She has learned that true strength does not come from external success, but from internal resilience. And because of this, she becomes a leader, even without seeking the title. People are drawn to her wisdom, her calmness, and her ability to navigate life with grace. She does not need to boast about her faith. It is evident in the way she carries herself. She does not need to prove her strength. It is seen in her perseverance. She does not need to demand respect. It is given to her because of the life she leads. A woman like this is rare because discipline, prayer, and faith are not things that happen overnight. They are cultivated through time, through effort, through solitude. While many people run from silence, fearing what they might discover about themselves, she embraces it. She knows that every quiet moment is an opportunity to grow, to strengthen, to prepare. And because of this, she becomes a woman who is not just strong, but unshakable. She learns to control her emotions rather than being controlled by them. A woman who spends time alone is not running from the world. She is mastering herself. She understands that emotions are powerful forces, capable of building or destroying, and she refuses to let them dictate her actions. She does not allow anger to make her reckless, fear to make her small, or sadness to make her weak. Instead, she learns to acknowledge her emotions, understand them, and direct them towards something productive. Most people react impulsively to their emotions, allowing them to control their thoughts and decisions. But a woman who has spent time in solitude has learned a different way. She does not suppress her emotions or pretend they do not exist. She faces them, sits with them, and dissects them until she understands their true source. She does not let temporary feelings cause permanent damage. She knows that just because something feels overwhelming in the moment does not mean it will last forever. This level of emotional mastery gives her power. She is not easily offended because she understands that other people's actions often have more to do with them than with her. She does not engage in unnecessary conflicts because she values her peace more than proving a point. She does not allow rejection to break her because she knows her worth is not determined by whether someone else sees it. She does not let fear stop her because she has learned that courage is not the absence of fear, but the ability to move forward despite it. A woman who controls her emotions is a woman who controls her future. So many people are trapped in cycles of regret because they spoke out of anger, acted out of desperation, or made decisions based on temporary emotions. But she has trained herself to pause, reflect, and respond with wisdom. She does not make choices based on how she feels in the moment, but on what aligns with her purpose and values. This emotional strength does not make her cold or distant. It makes her wise. She is deeply compassionate, but she does not allow others to take advantage of her kindness. She is loving, but she does not tolerate disrespect. She is forgiving, but she does not allow repeated harm. Her ability to regulate her emotions allows her to set boundaries that protect her energy and peace. And because she has learned to master her emotions, she can handle adversity with grace. When life throws unexpected challenges her way, she does not break down in panic. She may feel the weight of difficulty, but she does not let it crush her. Instead, she takes a deep breath, steadies herself, and finds a way forward. She trusts that every challenge carries a lesson, every setback is an opportunity for growth, and every difficulty will pass. Her emotional discipline makes her a leader, even when she does not seek the role. People look to her in times of crisis because she remains calm under pressure. They come to her for advice because they know she will not react impulsively but will offer wisdom. They admire her because she does not let life's ups and downs shake her foundation. She understands that emotions are tools meant to guide, not to control. She allows herself to feel, but does not allow those feelings to lead her into destruction. She embraces joy without becoming careless, acknowledges pain without becoming bitter, and experiences love without losing herself. She lives in balance because she has taken the time to understand herself on a deep level. Many people allow their emotions to define them, leading to choices they later regret. But a woman who has spent time alone, learning herself, understanding her triggers, and developing emotional strength is different. She does not let temporary feelings dictate her destiny. She has trained her heart and mind to work together, ensuring that her emotions serve her rather than enslaving her. And because of that, she moves through life with confidence, clarity, and an unshakable sense of purpose. She is not desperate for approval because her worth comes from within. A woman who spends time alone has learned one of life's most powerful lessons. She does not need validation from others to feel complete. She has discovered that her value is not determined by how many people like her, how much praise she receives, or whether society approves of her choices. She understands that self-worth is something that must come from within, not from external sources that can change with the opinions of the world. Many people live their lives constantly seeking approval. They shape their personalities based on what others expect. They change their goals to fit in. They silence their voices to avoid rejection. But a woman who has spent time alone has freed herself from this trap. She has taken the time to reflect on who she is, what she believes, and what truly matters to her. She has faced herself in the quiet moments and found confidence in her identity. She does not need a crowd to tell her she is worthy. She already knows. This kind of confidence is rare. It is easy to find people who are successful but still empty, who are surrounded by others but still insecure, who receive praise yet feel unseen. That is because external validation is never enough. It is temporary. It fades the moment criticism arrives, the moment rejection comes, the moment attention shifts to someone else. But a woman who has built her self-worth from within is unshaken by these things. She does not rise and fall based on whether people approve of her. She is grounded in something deeper. She does not live to please people. She lives to fulfill her purpose. She does not waste energy trying to be everything to everyone. She understands that no matter what she does, there will always be someone who disapproves, someone who misunderstands her, someone who doubts her. But she does not let that stop her. She moves forward with confidence because she is not looking to others to define her worth. She has already defined it for herself. This self-assurance changes the way she interacts with the world. She is not afraid to set boundaries because she knows she is not obligated to sacrifice her peace for the sake of pleasing others. She is not afraid to say no because she understands that saying yes to everything only drains her energy and distracts her from what truly matters. She is not afraid to walk away from situations, relationships, or opportunities that do not align with her values. She refuses to compromise who she is for the sake of fitting in. Her confidence is quiet but powerful. She does not need to prove herself to anyone. She does not need to show off or seek attention. People may wonder what makes her so different, what gives her such a strong presence, why she is able to move through life with such certainty. The answer is simple. She knows her worth, and that knowledge makes her unstoppable. Because she does not seek approval, she is free to be her authentic self. She does not pretend to be someone she is not. She does not wear a mask to gain acceptance. She embraces her uniqueness, knowing that she was created for a purpose that no one else can fulfill in the way that she can. She stands firm in her beliefs, her values, and her dreams, even when others do not understand. She does not fear being misunderstood because she knows that truth is not always recognized immediately. She does not fear criticism because she understands that the opinions of others do not change who she is. She does not fear standing alone because she has already spent time alone and has discovered that solitude is not something to fear but something to embrace. This kind of woman is powerful because she cannot be manipulated. She cannot be pressured into becoming something she is not. She cannot be controlled by fear of rejection. She does not need constant reassurance to feel secure. She walks through life with a deep, unshakable sense of confidence, knowing that her worth is not given to her by others. It is something she has owned all along. She is independent and does not rely on others for happiness. A woman who spends time alone learns to find joy, fulfillment, and purpose within herself rather than depending on external sources to complete her. She understands that true happiness is not found in another person, in material things, or in temporary pleasures. It is something that must be cultivated from within. She has spent enough time with herself to know that no one else is responsible for her joy. She owns her happiness, and that makes her powerful. Many people go through life believing that their happiness depends on someone else. They think that once they find the right relationship, the right job, or the right circumstances, they will finally be at peace. But a woman who has spent time alone knows better. She has learned that happiness is a choice, a mindset, a state of being that is not dictated by what is happening around her. She does not wait for someone to make her feel love. She loves herself. She does not rely on external success to feel valuable. She already knows her worth. Because of this, she does not settle. She does not chase relationships out of loneliness. She does not stay in situations that drain her just because she is afraid of being alone. She does not compromise her values for the sake of fitting in or pleasing others. She moves with purpose, choosing what aligns with her peace rather than what society tells her she should want. Her independence is not just physical, it is emotional, mental, and spiritual. She is not afraid of solitude because she knows that being alone is not the same as being lonely. She has learned to enjoy her own company, to find peace in silence, to appreciate the beauty of self-reflection. She does not need constant entertainment, validation, or companionship to feel fulfilled. She has built a life that is rich and meaningful, whether or not anyone else is a part of it. This independence makes her a force to be reckoned with. She is not easily swayed by peer pressure or manipulated by emotional games. She does not tolerate unhealthy relationships because she knows she would rather be alone than be with someone who does not respect her. She does not cling to people out of fear, nor does she stay in places where she is not valued. She has trained herself to stand on her own, and because of that, she is unbreakable. When she does choose to invite people into her life, it is not out of need, but out of genuine connection. She does not look for someone to complete her. She is already whole. She does not seek relationships out of desperation. She seeks them out of mutual respect and shared purpose. She is selective with her energy because she knows that not everyone deserves access to her peace. Her happiness is rooted in things that cannot be taken away. It is not based on fleeting emotions or unstable circumstances. She has built it on a foundation of self-awareness, self-respect, and inner peace. She understands that external things may come and go, relationships may change, success may fluctuate, life may be unpredictable, but as long as she remains true to herself, she will always have joy. This level of independence is rare because so many people fear being alone, but she has embraced it. She has allowed solitude to teach her, to strengthen her, to mold her into the kind of woman who does not break under pressure. She moves through life with confidence, knowing that she is not waiting for happiness to find her. She has already created it for herself. She is focused on growth and refuses to be stagnant. A woman who spends time alone understands that life is about continuous learning, evolving, and becoming the best version of herself. She refuses to settle for mediocrity because she knows she was created for more. While others may be content with staying the same, afraid of change, or too comfortable with their current state, she embraces growth as a lifelong journey. She uses her time alone to reflect on her past, understand her present, and prepare for her future. She is not afraid to ask herself difficult questions. What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? Where do I need to improve? She does not hide from her flaws or pretend she has everything figured out. Instead, she seeks wisdom, knowing that true growth begins with self-awareness. She is honest with herself about the areas she needs to develop, and she takes deliberate steps to become better every day. She does not wait for life to hand her opportunities. She creates them. She does not wait for someone else to teach her. She seeks knowledge. She is always reading, learning, observing, and expanding her mind. While others may waste time on distractions, she invests her time in personal development. She knows that the more she grows, the more she can achieve, and the more impact she can have on the world. This kind of mindset sets her apart. She does not envy others because she understands that everyone is on their own journey. She does not compare herself to those who seem ahead of her, nor does she look down on those who are still finding their way. She focuses on her own path, knowing that as long as she is growing, she is moving in the right direction. She also understands that growth is not always comfortable. It requires stepping out of her comfort zone, facing challenges, and sometimes failing before succeeding. But she does not fear failure because she sees it as a lesson rather than a defeat. Every setback is an opportunity to learn. Every difficulty is a chance to become stronger. And every obstacle is a stepping stone towards something greater. Her commitment to growth extends to every area of her life. She works on her mindset, making sure that her thoughts align with her goals. She cultivates emotional intelligence, learning how to handle stress, setbacks, and conflicts with grace. She takes care of her physical health, understanding that a strong body supports a strong mind. She deepens her spiritual life, seeking wisdom and direction beyond what the world can offer. Because of this, she is never the same person she was yesterday. She is constantly evolving, improving, and refining herself. People may look at her and wonder how she is always advancing, always achieving, always becoming more. The answer is simple. She refuses to be stagnant. She understands that life is a journey of continuous transformation, and she is committed to becoming everything she was created to be. She does not allow comfort to keep her from progress. While others may stay in the same place for years, afraid to take risks, she pushes herself forward. She is not afraid to try something new, to pursue a new dream, or to walk away from what no longer serves her growth. She values progress more than comfort, and that is what makes her unstoppable. Her mindset of growth attracts opportunities and opens doors that others never see. People recognize her determination, her intelligence, and her ability to adapt. They see that she is not just moving through life passively, she is intentionally shaping her future. This makes her a leader, an inspiration, and a force to be reckoned with. While others may waste years waiting for the perfect moment to start growing, she understands that the perfect moment is now. She does not wait for permission, approval, or ideal circumstances. She knows that every single day is a chance to improve, to learn, and to get one step closer to her full potential. And because of this, she will never be stagnant. She will always be moving forward.